Well, hey, y'all.
Hello.
Happy Thursday.
Happy pre-Friday.
Happy backcountry couples.
It is exciting.
It is.
I know.
It is episode 36.
It is episode 36. It is. And I'm Colleen.
I'm Johnny.
And we're the Kill Quest.
And it's halfway to 72.
Oh, geez. There's the math for you, everybody. Good thing we got that right.
Yeah. I got it written down just in case.
Oh, God.
No.
Get out of here. He does it. I swear to God, he does it. No.
Not. Get
No,
out of here.
you don't. So hopefully we had a great week. We did, obviously. It was lots of fun going
Week's
on
not
here.
over.
But the week's not over. Couple things.
I got a long drive tomorrow.
Yeah, he's actually heading up to the UP tomorrow where there's
Yay.
still about 2 to 3 feet of snow. But you'll be fine, honey. It's all good.
Oh, where I'll be, there is no snow. I'm on the east side of this.
Yeah, I guess you probably won't. That's true. You probably
It's the
won't
west
have
side
any
of the
there.
UP that's got a lot of snow.
For sure. So welcome everybody.
Yes.
And this is Backcountry Couples. Right.
I think I said that.
I know it is. I'm excited. Because I'll tell you what.
Why are you
I don't know. I get really excited. But anyways, welcome everybody. Make sure
Hi,
you
Mom.
watch the rewind from last week.
Yes.
It was an epic 2-hour show.
It was a long one. That's a long one.
There was so many story sharing.
Emotional up and downs, and it was awesome.
You know, one of the things that we do is that every time we chat with people, we always learn something. And obviously the couple last week, which was Rob and Sabrina from Ontario Camping Couple.
The Ontario.
So make
Camping
sure
Couple.
that you pop over to their YouTube. They've got the Insta, they got the Facebook, they got it all. They got the Twitter. They're all over the place.
They
So
have a
it's-
web page.
and a web page, and they're chronicling their epic 8-month trek in the wilderness coming up in a few days, which is awesome.
Hopefully,
so,
all their packages arrived.
right? I don't know if they did or not. Hopefully they did. I think they're in the chat tonight too. But
They
yeah,
are.
so that's exciting for that. Couple other things. We just going with Backcountry Couples and where we're at. We did announce a couple weeks ago that we're actually going to start a season.
We're gonna take the summer off.
So we're going to take the summer off, which means
We
June
need
the
a little-
2nd.
We need. I mean, don't get us wrong. We love doing backcountry
Yeah, we
couples,
do.
but it takes a lot of work to do it, and it just doesn't coincide to try to get all our trips in that we want to do.
And we've got some big things going
What's up?
on. What's up?
With them?
What's up? We got some. It's not Canadian either. I'm talking, just letting you know.
That was like that was Wabbadish.
It might have been. Anyways, so June the 2nd, but we do have 2 openings. One is May the 5th and the other is the 26th.
Oh, I think I already got that one. locked up.
So we if you are a
Blue water.
backcountry couple that are in the chat or know somebody, we would obviously like to end the year with a full schedule, which would have made us at 42 couples and new friends that we had chatted with. So pretty awesome there. Excited for that. We had some mail this week.
Yeah, I got a new shirt in.
We did. So everybody remembers when Rue and Layla were on here from the
The American Perimeter Trail.
yeah, the American Perimeter Trail.
So we became members, of course.
we did.
And of course, we ordered some shirts.
We did.
I ordered the
Which actually, that could
It's
be
like
like a good fishing shirt because it's that.
yeah, it's
dry
the
fit kind of stuff.
SPF
Yeah.
35 or something.
I like
and it was
that.
Sport Tech moisture wicking
Yep.
kind of stuff. Really lightweight. I like it.
I like that.
And
And we got a
Colleen's shirt is on back
And we got a little
order.
calendar from them too. So
Oh,
that was
that's green right here
where.
because you can see through it.
Oh yeah, I guess you can. But that was a nice surprise. So
Yeah.
that was really, really awesome.
Yeah, the shirt's really, really nice.
Mm-hmm. And
And before we continue, we
yes,
always have to thank our sponsor.
right. And I'm wearing my little shirt today.
Yep. It's little.
Little Mick swag.
Right. So
But wait a minute.
that being said,
Yeah, he's gonna tell you about that. So
Um,
Patrick and his team.
head over to show. Here we go. Click. There we go. Now it's working. Head over to McQuickFires.com.
Yep.
And where you can go pick up these awesome fire starters that, of course, every one of our guests get.
They do. You get a little 4-pack, which is really, really awesome.
So yeah, Midwick's being a sponsor of the show, he put these little 4-packs together for all of our guests.
Yep.
And so yeah, you head over there.
Yeah.
Go to McQuickFires.com, and if you do so and you order up some Midwicks, make sure you use the word Keel Quest.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you put a space
Yes.
between Keel and Quest.
Yes.
You get 15% off.
Yes. And the other thing is they are lightweight. They're waterproof, and we actually are going on a little overnight backpacking trip this weekend. And we already got a little 2-pack. I'm already packed already, so we are good to go for that.
Burn for 20 minutes.
Yes, and actually, Mick just sent over something else, which is really, really cool. And also follow them on Instagram. So they just said that it vaporizes at 600 degrees Fahrenheit, and it leaves no trace. So it's not like any other of the fire starters out there that have the wood products in it and have the plastic wax and everything in there. So being Earth Day coming up, I feel like that's actually pretty cool to share.
I think aren't we in like Earth Week?
Kind of, but it's Earth Day tomorrow officially, kind of thing. So anyway, so that was that with Mick.
It's kind of like when my birthday comes around, I celebrate the whole month.
Yeah, you do. So if you like what you see, he's so good at finger pointing and all that fun kind of stuff.
I just know the reverse aspect of a camera.
And if you're new, check us out. You know, obviously, we got lots of things going on.
We're just cool.
We are, and we have a couple big trips happening, and we need to kind of refresh a little bit of our gear. So I want to show you what we got today and what we take kind of on our backpacking and our backpacking and our canoeing or kayaking trips.
Yes.
So if we overland, we don't bring this. We have something else so we can trade another day. But we just got these in the mail.
So yeah, we have these are the Be-Free filters.
So if you're familiar with these are amazing.
But you buy the whole thing, you get the 1 liter.
Right.
Comes with a neoprene little bag kind of thing. But anyways, it's nice. It's lightweight and such, but they can puncture kind of easy if you're not careful.
In mine, on our last canoe trip, I ended up getting a little like a pinhole
just
kind of thing.
Tiny pinhole. Nothing to break the bank.
No.
So we got this little that really shows up good.
It's okay. It works perfectly.
Anyways, so this is a Hydro Flask.
Yes.
So we got this tip from Mark at BACKCOUNTRY Paddler. And you take the Be-Free cartridge, you just take off the top of this.
It works amazing.
Threads on perfect. It's still really pliable, and it packs down to like
it's awesome.
Nothing.
It's really, really, really durable.
And very, very.
So we just want to make sure we have like extra for extra.
This is of course teal. Of course, it doesn't show up because of the green screen. Silly thing.
Right on. There you go.
And they come in like a charcoal.
They do.
Color.
They do. So we love those. Anyways, that was our exciting mail.
Yeah, check out BACKCOUNTRY really Paddling. He had a hot little tip there. So
he did.
We
took
was really full
awesome.
advantage of that. Thanks, Mark.
Absolutely. So let's say hi to the chat.
Oh,
and
chat where we have
who's the very beginning, honey.
Don't
who's
touch.
Here?
I am in control of this.
Okay, I'm listening.
Hey, who's milking this cow? This guy.
I don't know about that, but I'm ready. Go.
I said, the Wheel of Life.
That's
here.
Tim. Hi, Tim.
Doc's here.
Wait a minute, Doc.
Mr. Jeopardy.
Yes, Doc Watson is the luckiest man
we know. What did he win now?
He won another giveaway on Outside Comfort Zone.
He's won us. He's won our thing twice.
Our giveaway twice
from the 12 Days of Christmas.
Both times. And then now he just won. I know. And then now he just won that. I can't believe it. Anyways, congrats, Doc, on that. Sorry.
We got Tangent Trails, All Train Coffee. My mom.
Alan, hello.
Hi, Mom.
Who's here? Wait, you're so fast. Jason, stop it.
Mom.
Hi. Who? Mom. Hey.
The Ontario Camping Couple's here.
Hi, Robin, Sabrina.
The Mad Hippies. How y'all doing?
Tangent Trails, Jerry. Hi.
Everyday Backpacker.
Whoa. Ghost Mew. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, the OG Donald Kennelly.
The OG. Hi, Don. How are you? This is nice.
Oh, and of course, Outside Comfort Zone. He just popped in.
He just missed his whole little announcement there. Well, Outside Comfort Zone, we're just saying that Doc Watson is probably the luckiest man alive. Like he wins everything.
Oh, and Al's here too.
And Al, hi. That's exciting.
Al Outdoors.
Yeah.
Everybody, go check everybody out. If you haven't.
Right on. So, as usual,
all right.
It's always great to chat with some new people.
Yes.
And
this one's different.
It is a different one. So I actually wrote about that.
And
but wait a minute. Look at this.
What?
Well, I gotta look at that. Just got back from hike and can't miss the show. Well, welcome you two.
Yeah.
Thanks for popping on in and cutting the hike short. I'm sure you didn't cut the hike short though. I'm sure it was perfect for you.
Can't wait to get our hike on.
I know. Weekend. I'm so excited for that, which we're gonna share, obviously, which is really cool. Absolutely. So yeah, we actually have our couple tonight. It's been a while. right? That we've actually had a fishing couple on.
Tis.
And I feel that maybe like timing couldn't be better because it's kind of like spring.
Hello.
Summer,
I know. I got to get our
right.
I got to get our fishing licenses.
Get our fishing licenses up to date, which is really, really exciting. So yeah, are you ready, everybody? Obviously, you've seen the Instagram, you've seen the YouTube posts and stuff going out. So here we go. For these East Coast newlyweds, it was fish at first sight.
Wow, did you just come up with that?
Did you like that, honey? Their love of family, fishing, and fun is definitely portrayed through their Instagram account, where you'll always find them having a great time together. You all know that, teach a man how to fish kind of quote, right?
Yep.
Well, we have a new twist. There's a couple's version. Teach a man to fish. If the man can't fish, though, the girl better be ready to rig up. So welcome from angler duo, Justin and Rhia.
Hello.
Hey guys, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Sweet.
Thanks for having us. We're on a boat.
I see you. It's like oh, it does. I would think you're on a boat, yeah, because not everybody has a 400-pound 400 Merc in their living room.
Hanging out.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea. That is awesome.
I love it.
Very, very cool. So welcome.
How you guys
doing? Thank you. So excited to be the fishing couple that finally made it onto the show. It is the right time.
Oh, so amazing. So amazing.
Oh, I know. I can't wait to get my fish. Which I need to get a jump on because someone lost their reel last year.
I did. I know.
Right at the end of the season, and I just went. She had a fish on, and I don't know what happened. And the next thing went kerplunk.
And I'm
she
like,
goes, "Honey, I lost it." I'm like, "You lost what?" The thingy. I'm like, "What thingy?" And she's holding up her rod, and it's like,
I was like, "What?"
Oh.
So we get to go shopping now, so which is kind of fun, right?
Nice. Yeah,
for sure.
We got a few new reels ourselves, so there's a lot of good ones out there right now.
Okay, that's really cool to know. So we always love how to say how we got to know you or heard about you guys, and we have a common friend, which is Raul Garcia. I don't know if Raul's in yet though.
No, I haven't seen him yet.
So we actually met him, you know what I mean? Like through Insta, the YouTube kind of, this wonderful community that we have about 2 years ago. And
it was just right shortly after we started.
We totally connected with them. So he's
got a really,
what do you got?
A sticker.
Yeah, we have stickers. He's got two. He's the Burrito Squad, right? And then his where's Raul on there, honey? There's Burrito Squad. There you go. Which is fun. So
he's on the camera case.
Yeah. So we connected with him. Obviously, one, he's Canadian. Two, he's
down. You're
fisherman,
excited,
right? And he was like, "You need to meet these two." And I'm like, "Yeah, we do, right?"
Yeah.
So here you are. So I'm glad that connection was made.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think we've been playing for like a year.
Yeah, about a year.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you two meet?
Oh, that's a fun story.
We're swiping. Left, right.
Swipe left.
Well, someone was definitely I don't know. You are right. You are left. How does that work, Steve? You go left to get right.
Yeah, so we met on an app on Bumble, and it was a really funny thing because we got your profile and he's got his profile and our pictures or whatnot, and so
is that like similar to fish?
There was fish involved.
Oh my god,
that's an app.
Okay. And so when he was looking at my profile on there, it says first thing was like a diamond in the rough, and then the second thing was
outfishing you.
It was like that was just bold right in the.
And you're like, challenge. I like that. Okay.
So he, swipes and the conversation started. And just after kind of getting those little basic pleasantries out of the way, it turned straight away into fishing.
She gave me the fish test.
I did.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
what?
I passed the fish test. That's why I'm here.
Okay, so what's the fish test?
Do tell. What is the fish test?
She started sending me pictures of her holding fish of all these different species, and I was replying as fast as I could, like perch, northern pike, like largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, crappie. So she knew that I couldn't be looking it up, and just
she's smart.
So
Yeah, and he did it, and so we just got into that long conversation, and then the next, like 2 days later, we went on our first date, and then it was just.
Guess what our first date was after our fish test?
Fishing?
It was painting.
Yeah.
You were what?
Yeah.
We were painting.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. The what's that called again? Like paint by and wine or whatever it's called.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wine and canvas.
Wine and canvas, right? Yeah.
So we did one of those, but I think maybe it was just 2 days later when we were on our first little fishing outing. So
She caught a fish. I was skunked.
You got skunked on the test.
That's all right. That's okay. You want to I made a good impression. Let her win first.
Oh gosh.
So for a second, she didn't know if I could actually catch a fish.
Oh.
It took a while, and then finally he did. But yeah, that's really how we met. It was just a quick little.
But that day, first fish buys dinner. So
Whatever.
Oh, I like that. So how was dinner?
No, it was all good. It was all good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Were you both really like outdoorsy, like growing up and stuff like that?
yeah. I mean, where I grew up, it was like, obviously, a quiet neighborhood where the neighborhood kids would play, like, put the basketball hoop up or play street hockey in the street, ride our bicycles all around, and we had like trails and bodies of water near us. So we were always in the canoe or biking through trails and, fishing rod in the hand. There's a big fish. Right
Yeah, that's
there.
the throwback.
That is a huge fight.
Look at that stud.
That one was actually caught in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I myself, I was raised in my younger childhood by my grandparents, and my grandpa is the one who taught me how to fish. But we were always camping. I was riding my bikes. I learned how to do a moped, grew up in the middle of the wheat field. So I was out there climbing on the rocks with the moss on it. And my grandpa's like, don't do that, But yeah, that's me.
Look at that. Look at that Johnson motor. Look at that.
I love it. Yeah, that's on the back of my grandpa's old boat. And I lost 2 rods for sure.
That's awesome.
I'm going to get that one printed out.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was in Idaho?
That was in Washington State.
Washington State. Okay.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah. He's the one who got me addicted to it.
That's her.
He even regrets the day because he tells me all the time, ever since then, I outfish him, and we're pretty competitive when we get to him.
Well, of course.
I love it.
We got to do a comparison with that picture and then take an updated one with you in the back of the boat like that.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, you totally should. Yeah, you need to have that comparison photo. Absolutely.
That's funny.
So you guys are newlyweds, right? And obviously the passion for fishing, which is like amazing. So congratulations. And then just like us and a lot of other people, when like COVID was going down, you're like, hey, maybe we should start a YouTube. Hey, maybe we should have Instagram. But you guys started an Instagram page.
Yeah. It was primarily me because whenever we were going fishing, we were constantly sending family for fishing pictures or whatnot. And half of our family is like, whatever. Okay, this is boring. And then the other half are like, okay, that's great. Okay, that's your 600 fish this year. Okay.
Right.
So finally we're like, you know what? I'm going to start an Instagram page and just kind of share it out there. And if people like it, they like it. So people did. And we've got like a big fish family now, and it's awesome.
It's astronomical on how big the fishing community is.
It really is. It really is.
One of our another people that we follow is M&K Outdoors. They're in New Jersey.
Do you know Mike and Kaylee from? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we follow them. They pretty much. I think we almost started like the same time, and it's been fun watching those two over the last couple of years and how grown Kaylee's gotten, and when she first started, and how she's just like bang. I think she outfishes Mike.
Oh, probably does. So you because you got married just before lockdown, right?
Oh my gosh.
During.
Yeah, well, it was like literally right before they shut everything down because it was March 11th when we did it.
Oh, geez, you're like right on the cusp there. Holy moly!
Yeah, we've got quite the story to go with that too.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! So we decided last minute, we're gonna elope because all the wedding planning was kind of like, oh my gosh, this is too much.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree.
So we were like, you know what? We'll just have a little bit of family come down. We went to Houston because I was in Houston for 7 years before I moved to Massachusetts.
Yeah.
So we went to Houston, flew down there on a Monday, and then we checked into the hotel, went to the Houston rodeo. The next day we picked up some family and found out that the Houston rodeo had just been shut down for the rest of the week. And we're like, oh my gosh. So the next day we were supposed to go to the courthouse to be married. And so we did that. As we're walking around the courthouse trying to find the judge to marry us, they were telling us that no, there's no judge available. He's in a meeting. We went to like maybe 16 different offices on maybe like 5-6 different floors of this huge courthouse. And finally, we found somebody. We were in the elevator, and I was in a wedding dress, and everything's starting to go flat.
Stop it.
I'm starting to sweat and like cry.
Oh, there's a baby.
And we turn around. I'm in the elevator, and I'm like, there's 3 people in here. Hey, do any of you know if there is a judge available who can marry us? And one little, like, tiny female, you know, she like raises her hand. She's like, I'm a judge. And I'm like, oh my gosh, can you please just marry us? We have been here for like an hour trying to find somebody. Everybody's in a coronavirus meeting, you know. She's like, well, I'm on my way to that meeting, so we can do it quick. So real quick, we went to her office, and she was putting on her robe, and we're all there. All the family gets up there, and she goes, well, I'm usually a divorce judge, but this is pleasant. So,
oh boy.
She calls a couple people in, and you know, she marries us real quick. The next day, they shut the court system down.
Oh my gosh! Meant to be, 100% meant to be.
Just sliding right in.
We flew out that day back home, and we were just like, we barely
right on. That is crazy. And then the one thing I love about your page too is that you have kind of set the tone for, it's a bit of a personal touch. So people know, you know, some nice key things about you, but it's not a to tell all kind of thing, which is nice. So it's more just, hey, this is who we are, get to know us, which is awesome. But you just like give back to the community so much. Like you're just like, we have this wonderful fish family, like, you know, John just said, in that community.
Yeah.
And you do that. So you call it a fish fam, which I love.
Yes.
And then you do a, what's it called? Feature Friday.
Yep.
Yeah. So tell us what you do there for that.
For the Feature Friday, you know, it just kind of came to me one day where I'm like, you know, I've got so many cool new people that I've been interacting with, and a lot of them don't know each other still. And so I'm just going to go ahead and pick one. It's kind of random. I do a male one week and a female the next week. And I do them and just kind of put a picture up, get a little bit of their info, and tell people to go show them some love. And people really took off with it. So we've been doing it for like 1.5 years now. And we've got a couple other people who kind of mimic that, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
Sharing.
Absolutely. How many fishing couples are out there, are you finding?
You know, there's quite a few. I even sent them a message about you guys saying, hey, you know, look into this. This could be a fun time to get to know you a little bit more too, because we'd love to watch it.
Yeah.
You.
I love that idea. That's really fun. I just got to put up here what All Terrain just said. Everyone's going, baby, future angler.
This is Jason.
I love it. So, I mean, there's so many different ways to fish, right? And you're on the East Coast. We're in Michigan. So, I mean,
So what kind of fishing do you guys do out there? I mean, fishing wise, so like shore, boat, kayak.
Yeah, we do. Well, we'll start with, we do freshwater. We do saltwater. On the saltwater side, it's surf casting, predominantly for stripers. However, ever since we bought a boat, since her and I both grew up freshwater fishing, that's, you know, realistically what we really like. So we didn't go surf casting last year. It's just been all freshwater and, you know, rivers, ponds, lakes, to start. So those are the types of bodies of water we're going in. Ice fishing,
Yeah. Okay. So one of the ways that we like to is kayaking, right?
Yeah.
Right. So do you guys have kayaks?
We have an inflatable paddleboard.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
There's no kayak. They're a lot of fun though. I really would love to get one eventually because you can get into those small little places.
Nice bass.
That's a good bass.
Holy cow!
I think that was.
I'll come over.
Look at the size of that thing.
I'm coming.
Yeah, and at that point in my fishing career, I hadn't started catching fish yet, so I'm like,
Right.
come help me.
Right. So when I saw that video, I'm like, oh man, you and I are fishing sisters. Watch this. And I
Yeah.
was just like, this is crazy.
Well, I don't know how many people have seen this, but this is funny.
Wait.
Honey, it's okay. Get the net. Honey, what did I get?
Get him in. Get in the boat. Get him in the boat.
I don't even know what kind of fish it is. It's gonna break my pole.
You got a bass.
I do.
Yeah.
Get the net.
Just grab his bottom lip.
I can't.
Yeah, you can. Get your hand off your. Hold the one rod.
I can't.
Pull it in.
I can't.
Oh God.
I'm trying to film and get.
Oh, so it was the same thing. I'm just like, I was like, I don't want to touch the fish either, but now no problem. We got this. Do you know what I mean? I was like, this is.
You gotta get over the hump.
Yes. But we love kayak fishing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun.
It is.
That particular time too, we were out in the kayaks. I had gone out in the morning and he was gonna come meet me, and I see him kind of walk down, and I'm just turn around and continue to fish, and then I'm like, where is he? He still hasn't come over here yet. And then I see him finally paddling towards me, and he has a different shirt on, and I'm like, what happened? He's like, well, I tried to get in the kayak, and
oh, what a big time. Oh my gosh. I tell you, that's crazy. So like you guys are in your boat, like you said, and then actually John got a little picture of the boat too, huh? You can put that up right there. And when did you guys get the boat?
March 2021.
2021.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Well, we were up in Maine. We had to drive 3 hours in Maine to get it because it was coronavirus and everybody bought boats.
So they were out of stock.
Yeah.
Yeah, people were waiting for that stuff. That's true, right?
Yeah.
I know. So what is it though? It's a tracker, what?
It's a 2020 Tracker TXW 175 Tournament Edition. So it's an aluminum hull, all welded aluminum hull.
Okay.
8 horsepower Merc on it. Right now it has a Minn Kota Maxim for a trolling motor, which will be changing tomorrow to an Ultrex.
Oh.
And we have all Humminbird electronics, so 2 Helix 10s at the bow, Helix 9 at the console, and then we'll have 360 imaging on that too. So
wow, that's pretty rigged up.
Yeah. And you know whose boat it is? It's gonna be his.
Right.
His.
Exactly.
He actually picked his name out on the way to pick up the boat. So.
You did?
Tell him.
Yeah, no, it just kind of, because his name is Grayson, and it
Right.
just kind of happened. I just thought about it, and then we saw a street sign that said Gray Street, and then we went through Gray Town,
The town of Gray in Maine.
yeah, and I was just like, okay.
And we're having a son, so we're doing
Grayson.
Grayson.
Get out of here.
There you go.
You guys.
Perfect.
I love it. So typically, I mean, you always like fished from the shore, right? Like before you had the boat, obviously.
Yeah.
Saltwater fishing.
No, but I mean, like if you went to like a body of water, like an inland lake or a pond or something, you would just obviously fish from the shore, right?
Yeah.
Michigan has a lot of rivers, right? And people are well, fly fishing and stuff too, for one. But the other is I want to try this, and it's using your what are they called? Hip waders or fish waders or whatever they're called.
Waders.
Oh man, is that a game changer or what?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
It absolutely is, and I had never been fishing in a river or been in waders before I met him.
Okay.
For Christmas. And for Christmas one year, he gives me a pair of waders, and
That's awesome.
and it was just a blast. I really enjoyed it. It's so serene, and you get to just watch nature and
Okay.
in the middle of it all.
Okay.
And that picture actually was from a photo shoot that we did. What was that? Just before we got married? Yeah,
it was October 20.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, right before we found out we were pregnant.
Okay. They're really cool for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you fishing for here?
Anything.
Realistically, yeah, anything that bites. Realistically, anything that bites, right?
Okay.
Usually we were going into the rivers, pretty basic.
Cool.
Like weight tackle, spinning rod, so you can throw pretty much spoons and rooster tails, so you can retrieve them consistently and quickly. And then we always went with what we call them fast attack boxes. So it's just a little small, like a Plano tackle box, Bass Pro.
Okay.
With our favorite little lures and whatnot. So, but we like trout fishing was a lot of fun.
Do you guys debarb your hooks at all?
We don't, but it's something like we've read into and looked into. Just
I grew up on them good old inline spinner Meps, and everything had the treble hooks and the everything. So it's like full force.
Wow. Gosh, I don't know about that. John did all of ours, and I was like thankful for that.
The reason why is because we watched a lot of quite a few people that we follow on YouTube. When they're fishing in the backcountry, you're not near any readily available medical source or nothing like that. Yeah. And if you get hooked with a barb, that thing ain't coming out.
No.
And so it's like, well, that makes a really good sense. So I mean, if you debarb them, it comes in and you're just like, okay, it'll slide right out. So and it also they made mention of the fact that it makes a little more of a challenge to bring in the fish.
Oh, I guess it would. I never really thought about that, but I guess that's true.
But honestly, to be honest, like what you're talking about, like with that medical aspect of it, I've thought of that too. Because usually when we go out onto the boat, you're in the middle of the water. Two, you're out there by yourself. I know, but I'm conscious.
Right.
Whenever I cast, I always make sure that she's not in the way because I've been hooked before in the foot, but like I've also hit my friend.
Oh, I know, it sucks.
I hit my friend in the head with a drop shot weight once, and I felt really bad. But if that was his eye, then it would have been really bad. So
yeah.
Wowzers! Oh my gosh!
Like that. But yeah, if you get a hold of your skin, it's like you can't get it out. It's almost like you deal with the pain of that hooking you for the rest of the day, or you just leave. So
right.
Out.
Yeah.
Right.
Or try to push it through. Oh, especially if it hit a nail.
I just okay.
That's why we fish in separate boats. So she has all the room to wheel and deal, and I won't have to worry about getting hit.
I've become a little I exaggerate when I cast a little bit.
Yeah, she's like
that's what I do.
It's like Serena Williams when she hear this.
I don't think
like,
I do.
What are you doing?
That.
I'm casting. I said you're scaring the fish.
That is true. I do tend to be a little. Yeah, I do. That's true.
Yeah.
John, you guys touched on saltwater a little bit. I had never really, besides anybody going out on like an excursion or whatever, like actually on a boat, like in the ocean or whatever, a charter. I had never seen anybody shore fish or surf casting until we watched M&K, and they were doing it, and and I was like, that's really cool. But he had I think he had probably 4 rods set up, and it's crazy. And it's different. Obviously, the gear is different that you use for that, right?
Yeah, she still owes me $30 from the last time.
For what?
Because she started casting, and then the line would snap, and my lures would go flying. I'd be like, "Wow, that's one hell of a cast." And she'd be like, "Well, the line snapped, and the lure's still going." I'd be like, "Oh, there's $10 right now."
Okay.
She still owes me $30.
So is it successful, fishing like that?
It's more difficult, obviously, if you think the ocean's a larger body of water, and then the tide, the weather, the moon.
Okay.
The char.
Okay.
If they're even feeding on bait fish, or they're doing sand eels or crabs, and
I've tried it 4 times, and I never got a bite or anything.
Really?
And I try to tell her there's been countless times where for where I grew up, going to the shore to do that is at minimum 45 minutes away on the highway. So like, there's been plenty of times I've driven that distance. Lack of sleep, no sleep, because I'll go at like nighttime and spend like 8 to 12 hours out there, back in my car and sleep for a little bit, go back out just to come home with nothing. Not that I do ball catch and release, but it's like you're walking miles up and down the beach, you're casting repetitively, and it's tiring.
Yeah.
You don't have food. Like I'm a minimalist, so I carry a little like drawstring bag. I'll throw some beef jerky or something. That'll be my snack. So it's like it's very tiring for very little reward.
Okay.
So
have you caught anything other than the stripers out there? Like I just saw someone like reeling like a 12-pound or not 12-pound, 12-foot was it? Like hammerhead shark or something.
Oh
yeah. So up here, more so stripers. Like there's sharks down in Cape Cod.
Okay.
But if we hooked into one of those with the tackle that we have, most likely the line would snap. But people do throw heavy duty tackle for those types of predatory fish. I think that's pretty much it. But we haven't hooked. I've never hooked into anything really super big offshore. So it's just very difficult. It's hard.
That's crazy. I'd be like
scared.
I don't know. I'd be like, I don't know. But I mean, it'd be kind of exciting, right? Because you never know what you're going to get, right?
No, I mean, I just randomly click on to see stuff and you see someone reeling in a big salmon, and next thing you know, out of nowhere, either a giant grouper
or something
or
will
shark
come up and get it. I was just like, holy moly, right? I mean, I guess that's what that's the element of surprise, right?
It's for us, like when you reel in a striper or something onto the shore.
Right.
Like, we don't have those grouper or anything. We have those big seagulls that want to come take your fish. So they all swoop down.
Okay. Wow. That's wild. And then Michigan, obviously we were just talking earlier how we have like there's 2 to 3 feet of snow still in the UP. Ice fishing is something that we haven't got into yet. And I know, right? And it's on our list. And again, it's like anything else, it's more gear and time and blah, 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 right? But we live there's like a little lake just down the road from us. And at any given time, there's I don't know how many ice shanties out there. And it's really cool. So you guys started doing that this year. Last year or this year?
Last year.
Yeah.
Last year was your first season for that though.
That's a nice little perch.
Okay, so what are you fishing out there?
So we throw up those little tip ups, and of course, our favorite fish is largemouth bass, smallmouth bass. So we're always pretty much targeting them. But you can pull up those yellow perch, white perch. There are some pike in the water up here, crappie.
Okay.
We actually just got a pin from the state for a crappie that we pulled up this season, which was we didn't have all our stuff to measure and weigh it, but it was massive. And so they sent us a bronze pin, just kind of recognizing how big of a fish it was because it was just huge.
Was it like Master Angler?
Oh, well, it felt like it.
Make honey.
Yeah, so it was just the recognition for it and telling people what body of water it was caught in. But yeah, it's really anything that hits the line. We usually put shiners on there, and
she jigs. I don't have the patience for that. I like to watch the tip ups go up and
okay, the little flag go and that's it. Okay, and how many do you set up? I know, right? That's what you see people running around the ice. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's so fun. Even if your neighbor's flag goes up, everybody's yelling flag.
Yeah. And then you had like the ice shanty and everything, right? Like
yeah,
we have an Eskimo tent. So
oh yeah, they're yeah. I think they're standard and stuff. Do you have like a little buddy heater in there or something or whatever? Yeah.
Yep.
I know. We have to do that.
We will next season.
Know. It's so awesome. How long is the ice fishing season there then?
And so it's usually January, February for sure. If we have a good winter, you'll get December.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty short, so it's one of those times where it's like I want to go every chance I get.
Yeah,
so,
go home.
Right.
Now I can understand why some of the guys that I work with that hunt will make it a point to take certain weeks off of work, and I'm like, well, why? They're like, because the hunting period for whatever
here
with a shotgun is 1 week. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, oh, ice fishing, it's only 2 months. I got to go every day. You know?
I don't want to go. He's like, hey, babe, so I'm thinking about going ice fishing tomorrow. Do I have to go?
I mean, if you have the right gear, it's okay, right? Like, I mean, you stay warm and the right boots and the right mittens and the gloves and the goggles and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Else it's not enjoyable. You know what I mean? You can fish all day long, but if you're cold, it's not fun.
No,
you know?
No, it's
right.
That's the whole reason we got that tent, because the first few times we went out and I'm like, this is miserable.
Yeah, right.
I mean, just having a shelter from the wind, that's a major.
That is. It's a game changer for sure. For sure.
It really is. You guys definitely got to try it though. There's this part of it that you'll fall in love with.
I know. I mean, I've done ice fishing as a kid before, which I caught 23 perch. I'll never forget that. And I went with my dad, and I was just like, it was so much fun. I was sitting there, a little hole, and it was awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We didn't have the fancy with the lights and all that kind of stuff. What's that stuff called? It's not a fish. Is it a fish finder with all the lights? It's something different.
That's a fish finder.
The sound they call it. It's kind of like a. I've heard it called a bunch of different things, like a sound, like a depth sounder. Flasher is what they call it.
It's a flash. Yeah, that's it. It's a flasher. That's exactly what it's called. Yeah.
I don't even know how that even works. I just look for little images.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, we have a question before we even go any further.
Well, that's a question. I don't know. Is it a question for us or a question for them?
No, it says, question. Have you guys done a 5+ camping fishing trip? And if so, where is your favorite place to go?
Oh.
What's 5+?
I don't know what that means. Maybe 5 days?
5+ days.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like 5+ people. I was like,
right.
So the longest one I think we went on is just like 3 nights, and that was the one by the river, right?
Deerfield.
Okay.
Yeah, we were literally right on the water.
That's nice.
Nice. You wake up, open your tent, and you're like, oh, it's beautiful.
That's the best.
Mm-hmm.
That is the best. Was it dispersed camping or was it like a campground?
It was somebody's private property who I knew, and so they actually let us utilize it. And so we were just really fortunate. It was great weather. We took Duncan. We got to play in the water and in the sand. We tried to fish. You know, it was just a good time.
Really good time.
But nothing for us that's longer than that so far.
Okay.
We went to Gunstock for like what? Was that only a weekend also?
I think that was just a weekend.
Yeah. We've been doing it ever since we met. It's always been weekend trips, like Airbnb. We camp for a weekend, but we bring our travel rods. So far everything's just kind of been quick trips.
Yeah.
Okay.
For that.
Right. Got you. Very cool. Are you guys competitive?
She is. I am, but only certain times.
Okay. Okay. Because I mean.
Competitive. He's competitive.
I would think he would be, but I mean, I know if I'm not catching fish, do you know what I mean? Or if I'm not, I mean, John it'd be like, it's okay, honey, like you got this, or you know what I mean? Like he's encouraging.
Were you just saying Canada 0, USA 2?
He keeps score. He keeps score by the country is what he does.
That's funny. No, I'll secretly cheer him on too if he's catching fish or better fish than me. It's like, oh, good job.
Okay.
I haven't caught a fish. How come I'm not catching a fish?
God, get out of here. Do you guys count your fish? Do you keep track of all the fish you catch all year or anything like that? Like in a little book or?
No. We try to keep track for the day.
Okay.
The high number day, we always lose count. Like we're always like, oh, all right, we'll keep track. And then days we'll catch like 5 of them, but we just lose count.
But we have done a couple fish offs just recently this year so far. Where it's
so what's your fish off between the 2 of you?
Yeah, just the 2 of us, and we go to it, and we're like, okay, fish off. All right, first one, and he's like running to the water. But we had our first one, and I won.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun.
Do you have a favorite? Oh, go ahead, honey.
I was gonna say, what what's your gear of preference?
Oh, this probably has to change.
Your preference?
Yeah. So like, do you for what kind of manufactured rod, reels, line, what do you guys like to use?
Oof.
So it's funny because it's like the last time I went out on the boat, I went by myself. I brought 14 rods. So
what?
Well, got to have variety.
You got to have a choice, I guess.
Well, you know how long it ties on a lure, and so it's like you just set all the lures up, and it's like, oh, that's not working. I'll just grab this.
Is that why? Is that the truth?
Well, since it was by myself, 8 of the rods are mine and 7 of the rods are hers, so that she wasn't there, so I just took all of them. But I would say we have a little bit of everything as far as brands. If I was to choose, I like St. Croix.
And for rods, I like the new one that I just got this year, which is the Douglas.
Is it Douglas and Doomsday Tackle?
Yeah, well, the Douglas spinning cast is probably my favorite because it's super sensitive. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Okay. We have Fenwicks.
Yeah.
Nice. Are those our bluegill rods?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get this new bluegill rod. So
okay,
because we have a 6 foot moderate, fast action. So I need to get we need to get ultralights.
We do?
Yes.
I guess we do. Will I catch more fish?
Maybe.
Okay, well. I love it. Do you have a favorite season that you love to fish in? Like one more than the other?
We like to say that we're all season anglers.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
But I would say since we've met, my favorite season obviously is when the fish are more active, but summer, and I'm going to say that because we do a lot of frog fishing. Before we had the boat, there's a couple of areas that are really cut out for that. Like the pressure is a little bit lower because the shoreline that we can fish is heavily padded. So you obviously need the right gear. So there's not as many anglers, tackling that. But we have a couple good places in the boat that, we can go up a river and the frogs just hit because there's pads up and down it. So I'd say my favorite season would be summer because of the amount of frog fishing that her and I have done.
So when you say frog fishing, you're using frogs for bait?
So
I did that once and it made me cry.
Okay. Well, she catches real frogs on the frog lures.
Yeah.
So, but
no, it's artificial. Yeah. What we like to use are Zoom frogs. That's the brand. Those are our favorite ones. And you just kind of put it on the hook, and it's rigged up weedless. Yeah, there's that frog. But it's rigged up weedless, so you can just run it across the top of the lily pads, and the little legs go.
Oh, okay. So what's going on here? You actually caught this frog?
Yeah,
frog
I did.
Frog World.
On a Zoom frog. That's with one of those lures.
Okay.
I'll speculate on that frog, though. The frog fishing world is really big these days.
Really?
Look at the size of those frog legs, man.
But a lot of the frogs are hollow body frogs that manufacturers are coming out with, and they're great because they're very, very weedless. But the Zoom frog is a soft plastic frog that's the materials it's made of is very different than a normal soft plastic.
Okay.
More of a rubber material that has characteristics that float, as opposed to most soft plastic frogs will sink slowly. So this frog allows it to float. The feet actually act as like noise and sends vibration. So it sounds like more one of those whopper plopper lures. So it makes that purring noise as it goes across, but it also fishes like a hollow body frog. So like based on all the frogs that we have, that's our go-to, and it's like a game changer. I don't know how big the Zoom frogs are in this fishing world, but if there's one frog that I have in our collection, we have them underneath this boat.
Get out of here.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely what Outside Compass was saying, they're good for a largemouth bass.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're so good.
And for catching other frogs.
Oh, hey, Adam. He's one of our fishing buddies.
They have hula skirt legs too? Okay. Do you know Adam Mahara? That's where I got my hat from. I won a little.
I don't think we follow him.
Oh, you have to check him out. He's so cool.
He makes his own lures.
He makes his own lures.
Okay.
He's in Jersey.
He's in Jersey.
Oh, Jersey.
Yeah, he's in Jersey. And I won my little Slab Dynasty hat from him.
Well, that's not all you won from him.
And I won a pair of Costa sunglasses too.
And the shirt off his. And the
oh yeah, I know, right?
And the shirt off his back.
And the shirt off his back too. He was so awesome.
Literally everything he was wearing. He said,
like,
he's got a hat, shirt, glasses,
and sunglasses. I'm like, shut up, and I'm like, yeah. I know, it was awesome.
Very cool.
It was cool. Do you have personal bests like in every category of fishing that you guys like keep track of?
Like the largest bass, largest pike, that sort of thing.
We have
like our own.
Okay.
We can't forget your own pull. Okay. So mine was largemouth bass was last year.
6.8, right?
No, it's 5.8. I wish it was 6.8. It was 5.8 pounds, but it was not last year, but the year before. So,
okay.
That was my largest largemouth. My largest smallmouth I actually didn't weigh, but I caught that up in Idaho.
Okay.
So probably just last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then the crappie, like I said, that we got the pin for was probably the biggest crappie that I've seen.
I wish we had the pin on us. Now it's upstairs.
I know we didn't bring anything for that.
As far as
your props.
The biggest largemouth I caught was 7.4. It was 4 or 5 years probably before I met her.
Okay.
The biggest pike I got was maybe 21 inches. It was small, and then the biggest fish that I've caught is the muskie pictures that you've seen. So the biggest muskie was 46 inches. Unknown.
That's crazy.
Yeah, unknown on the weight, but it's like pulling up a dinosaur. It was like,
oh yeah,
wow,
absolutely. Yeah. So my dad used to go fishing all the time in Northern Ontario, and they would go muskie fishing, and they always would say things like, "Oh, you can troll the waters with a puppy dog" or something like that, and they just like bite on anything. Like it's crazy. They're so prehistoric looking. I know, right?
No,
it's crazy.
You're thinking of sturgeons.
No, I'm thinking of muskie because they're like crazy. Yeah. It's not funny. Yeah. So I think this is your personal best, though. This is what we found, and I was just like, "Come on!" It was so 100% the best. Where'd it go, honey?
Hold on.
Put it in. Put it in. I love it. So good. Right?
Ah, there he is.
Look at that! I was like, it's a little fish in a fishing basket.
There's a target bass right there.
That is so adorable. I love how you can do some fun things.
Weighing in at 8 pounds 1 ounce.
There you go. That's your personal best right there. Oh gosh, I love it.
What you don't see in this picture is me getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, trying to swipe mosquitoes off land on it.
Right. Right. 100%.
Oh, here's one Mad Hippie's personal best. I lured Debbie with a pair of concert tickets.
Hey, whatever works, Miller. Whatever works. I love that. I love it. That is so fun. Oh, we have another question actually too. Let's do you and then
so Ontario Camping Club question, do you prefer river or open water fishing and why?
Ooh,
good question.
I feel like she can answer that and then I can answer that.
Okay, I like it.
I'm gonna say open water, just because that's really what I grew up on, even though I fished rivers and boats and now in waders, but I'm gonna have to say the open water, just because it's what I'm used to.
So open water fishing is great. Now, if you're saying river, like we're wearing our waders and going fishing for trout, or in the boat, river fishing for smallmouth and frog fishing for largemouth, I can't answer that because I like them both. So it depends. So I feel like I'd be neutral for both. It really comes down to what time, when, where, how.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
A note?
Yes, side note. Just, when my grandpa met Justin for the first time, he was like, that boy has fishing on his brain all the time. Probably talks about fishing more than you do. I think he likes fishing more than you do. I never thought you'd find somebody who liked fishing as much as you. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And seriously, that's every type of fishing.
Lures all over the place.
That's awesome.
That's all right. You can never have enough.
So I was gonna say that, like, I'm a bit of a worm girl. We actually have worms. Can I say that's that weird? A worm girl? Right? But we actually have worms in our fridge. Like, who does? Do you have worms in your fridge?
I got worms.
I had one in my car today. I was looking at my floor mat and I was like, "What is that?" And it was an actual earthworm.
Yeah.
It was all dried up. I was like, "Where did that come from?"
Sorry.
Oh.
I think we got a container of reds in there.
We do. We have a container of worms in the fridge right now. Absolutely, we do. But we found, so we're going on a canoe trip in Canada. We may or may not be fishing. We haven't decided or not yet. But anyways, but a lot of places don't let you have live bait anymore, right? So are you finding that like in the area where you're at now?
I haven't seen any restrictions on that. I do, obviously, if you're doing any type of online tournament or tournament fishing in general in person, they don't allow the live bait stuff. You have to use all of the artificial baits.
Okay.
Just because I think there's a bit more of an advantage with live bait.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm sure worms, maggots, give me my little creepy crawlies.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true because we were just watching a show where they were saying how the boats go in and out of the water. You got to clean the bottom of your boats, right, for invasive species. So I guess it's kind of like the same deal, right?
I would think
just kind of a contamination kind of thing or whatever.
Yeah.
So look what Adam just, where'd he go here? Adam just said, "That's me too. I have to move lures off my car seat so people can sit down." Oh my God.
I put my hand in the pocket and I pulled out a paddle tail swim bait and I was like, "What is this doing in here?"
Oh God. We got another question too. What do you find better, northwest or northeast fishing? We lived in the Puget Sound area for a while and fishing was a way of life.
Yes, I like you, Matt Hippie.
Where's Puget Sound?
You're good people.
Where's the Puget Sound? Like by like Seattle.
Yeah, it's over on the west coast of the West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, west of Seattle.
So I actually never fished that side of the state because I was inland right next to Idaho.
Right.
But having fished there and now here, it all comes back to my roots because that's where I was raised and that's what I know. That's what I love. I like my trees and big lakes. It's different than here where there's small.
Well, I know what's that lake? The Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene.
That's a big.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
That thing's huge.
It's huge. Like when we drove by that, we were just like, wow. Like that's
33 miles long.
Yeah.
How long is
How's
it?
33 miles.
Holy moly.
Yep, that's big.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like so me growing up, the first lake I fished out in the Northwest, obviously it was Coeur d'Alene with her. So that caliber lake is kind of similar to some of the lakes out here I like to fish in New Hampshire and Maine. However, like where we live in Central Mass, a lot of the lakes are like 300-acre lakes or 400-acre lakes, not 33 miles long. You know, so different fishing. But the amount of fishing I did out there in that lake, it was a different type of fishing. The fish are plentiful. It's just hard to compare.
Okay.
Right.
But the fishing is good here and there. I feel like I'd say it's good everywhere. But
absolutely right. And you know what I mean, bottom line, this is a hobby. Like we have hobbies, we backpack and we camp and we fish and
too many
and all that fun kind of stuff, right? But just like anything else, it's expensive.
Yeah,
it's not cheap.
It can be, but you can fish for very inexpensive.
Yeah, it's all an illusion.
You say it's a hobby, and I think for us, it's more of a lifestyle, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Just because we do it, this is how we met. This is what we do for fun. If we have to off or planning a trip or planning it around where we can take a boat or go fishing. So, yeah, it's more of a lifestyle for us. And if we're going to spend money on it, we know. Just like upgraded the trolling motor and got all these hummingbird accessories, like. It's our lifestyle. It's what we do.
Like I don't feel bad anymore when I go to Cabela's or Bass Pro and I leave with a new rod setup because I'm going to use it. I definitely will use it. I only feel bad if I don't get her one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be like, Where's mine?
So
yours is on back order, honey. I'll go see it might have come, it's coming in tomorrow.
Yeah, yours is back orders.
Shiny new one, and don't look at everything else.
Yeah, you can have one more.
Well, this actually was kind of my next question about. So what Doc just put doesn't have to be expensive. Like Walmart gear can catch fish too.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and I grew up on the Walmart stuff. It's like
right. So, look, I mean, in Canada we have Kijiji. Here in the U.S., there's Craigslist.
Yeah.
I mean, you can probably find a lot of good starter setups on that. I don't know if there's any fishing swap stuff on Marketplace or what that looks like, but
I've seen little kids call 17-inch smallmouth bass on a Barbie pole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's all in the presentation.
You know, but so are there any places that you go to that like to look for gear that maybe we wouldn't know of, or
up in the trees where you're fishing off because people get stuck up there all the time and you're like, ooh, when ice fishing season comes around, we're bringing the ladder.
Yeah.
You are like an opportunist. I love that. You're like, I got this. Oh my God. Do you guys have any like classic gear that was passed down to you, like from, you know, your grandpa or any of that kind of stuff? Or
I personally do not.
Okay.
And luckily my grandpa is still alive and kicking. And so the stuff that he unfortunately was passed on from his dad who passed away, so my great grandpa, was stolen.
What?
Ooh.
You know, I can't believe people, you know, break that private rule of, you know, like when you're at the beach, you don't touch people's stuff. Fishing gear, you don't touch people's stuff.
No.
So all that stuff got stolen, unfortunately.
Oh, because I mean, I'm sure you'll pass gear on down to Grayson at some point, right? Or, you know, keep your quality stuff, all that stuff. Absolutely. So how are you finding the locations where you go to?
So some of it's word of mouth through friends because neither of us are from this area.
Right.
And obviously I take out my GPS on my phone.
Okay.
Like, you know, pond surf, look around. So I'll look at a body of water and then there's on Massachusetts.gov, there's like a, you know, environmental section where they have this thing called Massachusetts Pond Maps. So long story short, open up my GPS. Oh, that looks like a cool body of water. What's the name of it? Go onto Massachusetts Pond Maps. See if there's a topographic map or bathymetry map that they provide, and say they do have one. You know, check it out. Look at the underwater, you know, topography.
Oh, wow.
And they usually have some type of excerpt, like, oh, this lake is, you know, murky water, depths ranging from 8 to 10 feet, with fish species reported by the environmental activists would be like, you know, we'll just say smallmouth, largemouth, sunfish, everything, you know. And then I'll go onto my Humminbird unit and I'll look at the Lake Master charts that I have and see where I would mark waypoints. So kind of like that. And then just driving around together on road trips.
Like, woo, woo, woo.
Yeah. Have you guys done any like hiking, like to like a little spot where you can't get to by a car or anything like that?
Yeah, we've got a couple of them where there's like sometimes little trails that are around the entire pond. So like that. We have gone around one. We've nicknamed it Snake Pond because there's snakes around it. But
okay,
we walked around the whole thing. There's no trail. We just kind of made it ourselves. There's a couple places that we actually have for this season that somebody who used to live in this area gave to us, so that are kind of, you have to park your car and trek down there to get to it. So we'll be hitting some of those this year.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Because we use like Onyx, Avenza, Gaia, like all those kind of things, right?
Avenza's for you know.
But wouldn't the body of water show up there on them? They don't show it on there?
No, that's Avenza's for
that's kind of what I was thinking.
Rolls and stuff like that.
Okay, all right.
Onyx though.
It's Onyx. Okay. So I think so I'm 55, right? And I know I'm growing up and watching on the TV and everything like that. Bob Izumi and all of his like tournaments was a big deal. It was on TV, it was a big deal.
How about just saying with Jimmy Houston around here?
I don't know that name.
Jimmy Houston?
No.
Do you know Jimmy Houston?
Do I know him?
No, we don't know who he is. Anyways,
I love Jimmy Houston.
But what I was
he's the Bassmaster, man.
Was he? I don't know.
Yeah, Jimmy Houston.
Okay. All
He's
right.
a cool
You
dance.
know?
He's a Bill Dance.
Jimmy Houston?
I don't know that.
Oh,
But
Bill.
white hair kind
Is he
of.
the fish?
No.
Oh, you better go look him up.
He fishes fish all the time.
That
Right.
boy is comic relief.
Okay, because I mean, it was all like a tournament kind of thing. So, how about tournaments? Have you guys done a tournament yet? And are you doing tournaments? How's that working?
We
Ice
have
fishing.
done ice fishing tournaments.
Okay.
That's as far as the extent. Yeah, we haven't done anything in the boat.
No, but we are looking to get into some hopefully this year or next year. Just we've got a lot going on kind of right now. So
Okay, so
That's cool.
Is it? How do you get into a tournament? Do you just like register if you're going to run like a marathon kind of thing, or is it like is there a criteria to get into that?
Qualifications.
Yeah. Well, there's one application called Tourney X. So you can download that app to your phone, and in the area you can search around you, and it'll tell you all the tournaments they have going on, even where you can enter into them, and you have to take pictures of the fish, and it has to be on fruit.
Right.
So that's one way you can do it.
Okay.
The other way is, physically knowing the clubs or whatnot.
Yeah, joining the local clubs and then going through there. So
okay,
bunch of different ways.
Right. Are you guys? Do you belong to like any clubs in the area?
We don't.
We're starting our own.
Yeah. Right now, all of our fishing is just for sole pleasure and fun.
Sure.
Without the tournament style pressure and stress.
I agree.
He comes out with us. Right now, we're just out there to just enjoy the time together and catch some fish.
Yeah.
Without the tournament style pressure and stress.
Right. Oh, I agree.
Absolutely.
That is so true for sure.
Sometimes it's already stressful enough when we don't catch anything.
Well, you do. You put that little bit of pressure on yourselves already, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
the pink one's not working. Better switch to purple.
That's right. Pretty colors up. Yeah, right on. Exactly. Is there a spot in the US where you guys have on your list that you want to like try and get to, or
where's that lake then?
Or how about let's reiterate that. Do you have any fishing trips planned?
Oh, we could do that too.
We do not.
So maybe.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So we do. We have a week in end of July, beginning of August.
Okay.
At Sebago Lake in Maine. So.
Which is a big lake. It's a large lake, so we'll be staying up there and hopefully can catch a few fish while we're out there taking the boat.
Okay, so the boat can go with you and stuff there then too. Okay, that's cool. That's awesome.
Nice.
Wow.
I wouldn't mind trying to get over to the Carolinas where they do a lot of the pro bass fishing stuff and getting on some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
How about Michigan? Is Michigan on your list?
That would be nice too.
I know that. Big smallies, pike, walleye.
If we do it that way, we will definitely.
They say when you're in Michigan, you're no more than 15 minutes away from a body of water.
15 minutes or 6 miles, they always say. Yep, that is so true. Okay, so you just said walleye. So do you call walleye or do you call it pickerel?
It's walleye.
Walleye.
Pickerel is different.
Pickerel, yeah. Pickerel
is Canada.
Well, that's what we call walleye in Canada is pickerel.
Really?
Yes. Well, what do you call pickerel?
Pickerel.
There's a couple pictures there on the Instagram page too, and they're kind of like they're longer. They look like pike but are small, and they have like the black and green pattern on it. They have teeth.
I gotta write this down because I feel like I don't know about this.
Oh, here we go. Here's a little fishing lesson.
See?
Come on.
That's what they're called here. And I actually never seen them until I moved to Massachusetts.
So this is what I call a walleye.
Okay. Well, we would call that a pickerel. Back in Canada.
Chain pickerel.
Oh, there you go. Doc says something's called a chain pickerel. Where'd that go, honey?
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, wrong
oh,
one.
which one am I on? Up top.
There you go.
Oh, they look like a pike, but they're skinny. A chain pickerel. Huh. I never heard of that before. All right. We'll have to check that out.
They're really slimy. Sometimes they're called slime darts. And for whatever reason, our nickname for them are picnic.
Oh, he's like a mini pike here. That's what Adam said. Huh. Well, see, this is what I said, honey. We always learn something new.
Yeah.
Exactly. on the East Coast are different
So
fish.
do you guys so I mean you stated that you're like primarily you like the bass and such, but do you guys enjoy pan fishing in the springtime and such?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, anything's better than nothing.
Big,
You know,
big bluegill.
yeah, she catches some big panfish.
I love bluegill fishing. It's so much fun.
Yeah, they're beautiful too.
They are.
The little pumpkin seeds, they have beautiful
Oh,
patterns.
yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
We caught a bunch of those too. Yeah. So
Sunfish
much
stuff
fun.
like yeah. So I mean they're just so interactive. It's just not like a pike where he's like lurking, and then soon he's like 6 inches from the top of the water, then he starts to put on a fight, you know.
That is so true.
Yeah, different type of fishing for sure.
Oh yeah, it's something you watch your rod go.
So Justin, you are a diver, right? Like John dives.
Yep.
But when you go diving, I mean, you do it obviously for emergency work and all that kind of stuff. But when you're underwater, are you like, oh, there's a pike and there's this, and do you know what I mean? Are you looking at the fish underwater, going, wow, look at all this stuff?
Yeah. So sometimes, depending on the body of the water, so typically it's just cold water and black water they call it because there's no.
Oh, okay.
Every now and then, depending on the weather and the wind, we can go in the water and you can have like maybe 3 feet visibility. So it's just like I will see little bluegill and little bass come up to me and like look at me like, what is this?
He's like, haha, you don't have a rod.
But typically when I go underwater, I just close my eyes and I just do everything I feel, because like we overweight ourselves so we can sink to the bottom and grab the mud. So the second you get down, all the silt gets up.
Oh yeah, it's
like a dust bowl underwater, right?
I could be this close and not see you.
And not see me?
Yeah. Completely accurate.
Okay, all right. But I mean, that's a different perspective on fish. Do you have any like desire to go like any kind of like, you know, deep sea diving kind of stuff, or
be spearfishing?
Spearfishing would be cool, but I don't feel like I can hold my breath that long. I would like to try it. At the same time, it is a different environment in the ocean.
Sure, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did it when I was in Hawaii some years ago. And
you did?
I was diving. I've never really dived. But I was snorkeling and I had a spear gun. And
what?
One of those ones that you wrap around your arm. It's not a gun, but like a one.
You know that?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
You know, I was doing that and I got a couple fish. It was pretty fun. And then I was going towards one and I get a tug on my fin and I'm thinking there's a shark or whatever. And I come up and I'm told, no, don't get that fish. And I'm like, why? That's a barracuda. And I'm like, what's a barracuda?
A fish that'll bite you.
Oh, shush up. That is crazy.
Just, if you shoot for one, just don't miss.
Right on. And I know you probably piss them off or something.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then I know, Rhia, that you are a bit of a super DJ kind of background. What's on your turntable right now?
Right now, well, actually, and it's kind of funny, but my favorite thing that I have been into probably for the last 2 years, has been Cardi B. So I loved it, and she's just kind of just grotesque and real. I don't know why, but she's been in my mind. But I did that for just a little bit down in Houston, and it was just really a good learning experience. And I had a lot of fun. I was the one who got out on the dance floor and started the organized dancing, like the like the electric slide and like you could shuffle and stuff like that.
That is so fun. That's fun. Guess what's on our turntable right now?
What?
Gordon Lightfoot. I know it sounds. Do you know who Gordon Lightfoot is? He's like a Canadian folk singer, but we have this really cool record store here in Grand Rapids. And John's like, I'm gonna get some Gordon Lightfoot. And it's cool. So we actually listened to it the other day, but we always spin records here. Like we love the turntable. Like it's just so nice. When I found out you were a DJ before, I'm like, how cool is that? That's really fun. So Earth Day is obviously tomorrow. Like John was saying, it's kind of like Earth Week. And we're heading out on the weekend, right, for our live an overnight backpack that we're doing. And I know that we're gonna
Get
bring
our freaking hiking legs back
and
into
well,
shape.
yeah, but
Ugh.
I obviously, you know, we're gonna be bringing a bag with us because 100% we're gonna be picking up so much trash that has been, you know, that's gonna like from where the snow melts. I guarantee.
Hey, be optimistic and say there's gonna be hardly any.
It would be nice, but I mean, the same goes for the fishing world. Like you said, there's stuff in the trees, there's stuff wrapped around whatever. The snow melts and you see everything. You know, are you guys a bit of a, you know, due diligence kind of picker-uppers? And
we definitely, if we trek it in, we trek it out type of
yeah.
So,
yeah.
And we have in the past picked up trash around certain lakes or ponds and stuff that we've walked around. We've done that before. My grandpa, however, you know, he's an old schooler. He's an old timer. So he'll throw whatever off here and there. And I'm like, no!
What are you doing? What are you doing? Exactly. Wow. It's so true. What was the weirdest thing you found, like in the water?
A boot.
A boot?
Yes. There was a body at one time on that boot.
Oh gosh. Yeah, right on. Oh my gosh.
So I do have to ask for a tip. So I mean,
okay.
So when it comes to, I mean, like I said, we've stated we love pan fishing.
Yep.
What would be what would be a good setup for pan fishing?
So real quick, I would say if you like pan fishing, there is a good Canadian company that's up there. We follow their personal page. Our Family Loves to Fish, I think is what it's called, and it's the company name is True North Baits.
Okay.
And they make their own little soft plastics and jigs and ice fishing jigs and stuff like that. They've got some spectacular stuff for pan fishing.
Oh, I like that.
So like for rods and reels and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I would check them out for sure.
Okay. Awesome.
Got it. I wrote it down.
True North Baits.
Yep, got it. That's fun. Actually, you know what? I've seen that before because I think Raul is he.
Yeah. I'm sure he's linked up with them too. They're a great family. Yeah. They're a lot of fun.
Have you ever seen this other wild channel, JU Nation?
What is it?
JU Nation.
JU Nation. I don't think so.
No, he's a wild guy. He's done some sturgeon fishing.
He's in like California, I think. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh, Connie said True North. What? It was called True North Bait. Connie, she's just asking about that. Yeah. So, are you have ambassadorships with anybody that you are part of, like any community kind of stuff that, you know, they can, you know, get 15% off, 10% off if we're part of the Angler Duel family?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So we work with a great company that a lot of people have seen and utilized their things now, Fish Socks USA, which is Mr. and Mrs. Fishin'. You can follow them on Instagram. They have their own Instagram accounts, but they make socks that look like fish. So there's large mouth patterns, small mouth patterns, perch.
Like socks, right? Like
these socks are great. They're not like just some cheapo socks. They're like almost compression style level.
Oh, that's
socks.
nice.
Oh,
okay. They're really quality, and so they're one company that we kind of work with, and I believe it's Angler Duo 25, and you get 5% off, and that's in our little bio on Instagram. And definitely worth checking out. They really have some quality stuff, some hats and some buffs too.
Okay, that's cool.
The other one that we currently work with is Veterans Fishing, and Matt is his name who runs that. He does some great stuff. There's tournaments running all the time.
Okay.
He's constantly donating money to veterans to either like get gear or go on fishing trips or do things of that nature.
Okay.
But they have some really cool gear. And I'm telling you, like there's a picture on our site too where I'm like wearing almost a midriff long sleeve sweater. That's
yeah.
The Veterans Fishing, and they've always got some new pattern or some new clothes that are coming out. And
cool.
I think it's Duo 15 or something, but again, that's in our bio.
That's really awesome. Now, what about the shirt you have on now?
So, well, his is Hook. I'm trying to work with them because I would love to be a part of the Hook family because they do a lot with the Pro Bass Fishing League stuff.
They do. Right, you gotta have that. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. that trail for Grayson.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
And then this one is one that my mother-in-law, his mom made for kind of like everybody in the family. It's a Moy's bait and tackle. And we don't have a shop or anything, but it's just kind of cute because we just love to fish.
Right. No, it's adorable. So are you going to make that like your logo? Are you going to do like stickers or anything?
You know what we're trying to do is find something that's Angler Duo and figure out some fun logo that we can do with that. People have asked for some stickers.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's kind of like a couple related fishing channel. And so, you know, that would be great to get on board.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love it. That's really, really cool. Well, I mean, the sticker game is pretty big in the community world, right? Like it's just wild.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So everybody can find you. Oh, hang on. What's Mad Hippie say?
He said, "Come out to Colorado, bring your backpack and fly rod."
Oh, there we go.
That's a rabbit hole.
That's a rabbit hole right there.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
I watched 10 videos on that. It's like, okay, you need a line, you need tippet, you need this. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need a science degree or something.
Know.
It's a whole different beast, but gosh, it looks so peaceful.
I'll just use my little
we got this. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
So everybody can follow you on Instagram,
yes,
right?
Instagram.
Yeah.
I put the link in the chat.
And the link's in the chat too. Okay, good. That's awesome.
Everybody go check them out.
Absolutely. And you guys have been so much fun.
Thank you.
I got, like notes. Like I was like writing stuff down. This is good.
You need to see our big news.
Okay, what's going on? What's happening?
Our big news for the duo now, after we have purchased our boat and had a baby and everything, we are buying a house. We are actually hopefully moving into a house next week.
Wow.
Yay.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. That is amazing. What a big feat, you know. And you got whose mom is that? Someone's mom is there. It's your mom. Oh, you're so lucky. That is so good.
So exciting.
That's awesome. Well deserved. Well, there you go. All Terrain just says, I've loved this. I've learned so much. See, isn't this good? We just love having a good conversation. I am excited that we had a fishing duo on, an angler duo on. You know what I mean? Like it's
well, let's not end this real quick.
Oh.
So, being bass people, what's your favorite setup for bass fishing?
Go ahead.
I mean, for an all-around, definitely at least a 7-foot, medium heavy action rod. With at least I like a 7 for a gear ratio for the most part, but that's
okay.
Me.
I like using a little bit smaller of a pole, like a 6'8"? 6'8", and it's because I like throwing those inline spinners that have like rooster tails on them or something like that. So those are definitely my go-to.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then do you guys like using bait casters or spin reels?
Both.
Okay. I can never get the bait reels down. It's like every time I'd cast it, it just like went. It all get frailed up, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah. Bird's nest. Yeah. No,
it still happens to us.
Practice makes perfect, and I definitely didn't get into those until really I met him either, and now I love them, especially for frog fishing.
Yeah. I know. It's like watching Jimmy Houston as a kid, and I watch him doing it. It's like he's flicking his wrist and doing it, and then I get out there and they go, and I go,
yeah.
What the heck?
I know the feeling.
Well, I love fishing. We both love fishing. It's so much fun, and it's cool to meet people that have the same, obviously background and the love for it.
Oh yeah.
And it's been fun chatting with another backcountry couple that has such a great time. Wait a minute.
Someone just finally popped in.
Hello.
Hey, Lenny.
That was awesome.
Thanks for introducing us.
I know, right? He's such a doll. We love him. And he does such a good job with his 2 boys and stuff that, you know? Oh, can you not see that happening with Grayson? Like,
absolutely.
It's going to be so much fun. That's really cool. Awesome. Well,
yes.
I know. Well, thanks for hanging out on the boat.
I know. Everybody can say they've been on the show in a boat.
No, wait, that's the first for us. That was actually pretty ingenious. So I like that. I like that a lot. Very cool. Well, thanks again for
Thank
hanging
you guys.
out.
We really appreciate it. Nice meeting you. Thanks everybody for watching all the questions.
Beautiful stories. Absolutely, for sure.
Yes, totally. I mean, it was. I love fishing.
I know you do. I
Plain
know.
out.
I know. We got to get our license again, honey. Quick.
I know.
Just a couple of clicks and
I know,
and
it
a
is.
debit card later. We got our fishing
It is.
licenses.
Absolutely. All right. Well, stick around.
Yes, we're gonna drop you down. We're gonna do a little outro, and we'll be right back.
All
with
right.
y'all.
Thanks again so
Bye,
much.
everybody. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Bye.
That was awesome.
Holy moly. Everything.
Fish on.
Fish on is right. Everything is a rabbit hole for sure.
Oh, yeah, fishing.
All the different styles of fishing. I don't think I really knew that. I don't think you could really fish with 14 rods, to be honest with you, one person. That's got to be a record. Maybe not. I don't know, but I feel like it is. No.
Hey, I know, buddy. I have other friends that have like their whole length, the width of their garage is nothing but rods.
Oh,
everything
gosh.
from the panfish all the way up.
Oh, that's probably
to
true. That's true.
Their deep.
That's true.
Their deep walleye fishing rods.
Okay.
They're like
all right.
15 feet
anyways,
long.
I thought that was awesome. So
Yes.
again, exciting to have some fishing friends this week. That was really, really cool for sure.
Heck
So
yeah.
everybody go check out Justin and Rhia.
It's always good to have a someone who has the know.
I know, right? Like just like bang up knowledge for sure. Everybody enjoyed the show tonight, which is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like everyone's
Great
kind of
interaction in the chat.
Yeah, everyone's like learned a little bit today. So I think the takeaway has been get out there, use what you got.
Go get a line wet, eh?
Go get the line wet. Absolutely. Well, thanks again. Check out Angler Jewel on Instagram. They got lots going on.
Lots.
Yeah, which is really, really sweet.
I'm gonna go check those socks out.
And we probably need fish socks. Why wouldn't we need fish and the compression socks? I like that idea.
Yeah, especially for hiking.
I know. I feel like it'd be kind of fun for sure. So
what are
thank
you wearing? Oh, I just got bluegill on.
I got my perch on. It is so true. So thanks everybody for staying in the chat tonight. It was super, super fun. It was a great little show.
Yes.
And
we had a great.
We do. We
always have a great time.
And I'm excited that we are hitting the trail on
Easy, girl. You
Saturday.
gotta bust the table here.
On table, yeah, hitting the trail on Saturday and get our hiking legs back on, which is good. We're going
Calves
light.
are
It's
gonna
only
be
one
probably
night, but
howling
it's fine.
on Saturday night.
Excited. We're fine. We're gonna have a nice fire, a little bit of camp
Just
juice. It's
gonna
gonna
eat
be
a
all
lot of
good,
camp
honey.
Juice. She's gonna be howling. My legs hurting.
Alrighty. Well, thanks again. Again, if you love what you see, make sure you like and comment and all that fun stuff. And we have another Backcountry Couples going on next Thursday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
We got a Canucker coming on next week. That's all I'm saying.
We have.
That's all I'm saying. They're Canadians.
Can't take her anywhere.
No, you can't. Anyways, it's all good. So stay tuned for that. And again, thanks so much. What do you got, honey?
I'm just waiting for you to be done talking.
I'm done talking.
Never. No. Yes, we've got an exciting show next week.
We do.
But if you missed it, check out the show tonight. It was a great show.
Yes.
A lot of information. Raul. And go check out some of our old episodes. There's a lot of great content, a lot of great couples out there.
Yeah, there's been a lot of fun stuff for sure.
Yes.
Awesome.
Well, hey, y'all. You have a great evening. Thanks so much again for joining us.
Yes.
Have an awesome weekend.
Yes.
And we shall see you all on the next quest.
You got it.
Peace
Cheers,
out,
guys.
Cub Scouts.